and I do Monday to Thursday. So the suggestion that I have from occupational health was to go to 80%, and then they kind of basically said, see what works for you. And there was the option of kind of shorter days, or like a more traditional part-time where I did 4 days a week. And I found that 4 days a week worked a lot better for me because it allowed me to have kind of a recovery day. Which particularly if I'd had a migraine during the week or if I'd had one at the weekend, it just gave me a day that wasn't a weekend day. So it wasn't kind of a day on which I might have social things planned, and wasn't a work day when I could just kind of crash and recover. And I found that really helpful. And I could kind of plan recovery time, which an extra bit of time each day didn't really give me. And then I just felt it was easier to have it as a Friday. I think the other thing is I have to be quite careful about kind of creep, and it's very tempting to think, oh, this project that I'd like to finish, I could just do it on a Friday. I could just finish off that paper, or I could just do that, this review that needs doing. I could just read it on Friday, or this grant application that needs reading. I could just read it on Friday, couldn't I? And it's really easy for everything to just those little extra bits, for them to very, very slowly creep into that extra bit of time, and then every now and then you need to remind yourself why that Friday is that, why that part-time is there, and that actually it's there for a reason, and that you don't want work to creep into it too much, because then you'll go back to where you were, and that's not helpful for anybody.